Hi guys, it's Fadra from allthingsfadra.com, and I've got a car review for you today. And today it is a luxury sedan. Now I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for you and tell you that it has a sticker of about $50,000. I'll give you all the details on that at the end of the video. But this is kind of an unexpected luxury sedan. I'm sitting in a 2017 Buick LaCrosse Premium all-wheel drive. And this car gave me a lot more than I bargained for. Let me step outside and show you. When I found out a Buick LaCrosse was heading my way, I wasn't sure what to expect. I know that Buick has done a lot to appeal to a younger audience, but they still have a core older audience that appreciates the luxury that you get in a Buick. So I didn't know what to expect with the Buick LaCrosse, and I think I found a car that can satisfy a lot of different demographics. Let me show you. On the outside, it has a very sleek design that to me is reminiscent of the Chevy Impala. In fact, I would bet that there are similarities between them. In fact, looking at the hood lines looked very similar to me from what I've seen on the Impala. Now, don't get me wrong, the Impala is a really nice car. For $50,000, I'm going to want a little more, and that's what you've got with a Buick. Like the Impala, it's got a very muscular look with just the right creases in the body design to make the paint really capture the light. You'll find a little more sparkle and polish in terms of chrome on this car, and that may be for the market that it's appealing to. When we come around the back, we'll see the large Buick emblem, which provides hidden access to the trunk. As you might expect, it's got a huge trunk inside. In fact, I was able to fit groceries, a trip to Costco, pool floats, and all kinds of other things back here. And unexpectedly, to me, is this feature where I can release the lock on both rear seats, and inside I can simply fold them flat. I have to tell you, when I'm looking at large sedans, I don't normally think about cargo space, but this certainly has plenty of it, especially if you needed to put some longer, flatter cargo in here. In the back seat, you're going to find tons of leg room, both with the seats back and with the seats forward. Very comfortable for passengers back here. And one thing you'll find on all the seats in the Buick is that they are highly cushioned, so you'll definitely get a comfortable ride. My son has been here. One of the things I love in the back seat, though, besides the vents, because that is sometimes an afterthought in some vehicles, is both the 12-volt charging port as well as an AC outlet. I love cars that think about this. Now, you might be noticing the all-black interior, but it doesn't seem too dark, and that's because it's got this great panoramic sunroof up ahead, which lets in a lot of light and actually has a very large opening if you want to get some fresh air in here. Now I'm back in the cockpit because this is where there is a lot to talk about. I think the driver's seat is where the Buick LaCrosse really excels because you wouldn't believe all the options you have available. In fact, I'm going to go through and talk about just a few of them. We've got the head-up display. We've got a rear vision camera. We've got heated steering wheel, heated seats, cooled seats. We've got Apple CarPlay. And on this particular Buick, they've added quite a few packages. The first one being the Driver Confidence Package number 2, which adds adaptive cruise control, automatic parking assist, front automatic braking, and front pedestrian detection. They've also added a must for me, the Sun and Shade package, which includes the power sunroof and the second row skylight. We've got the Sights and Sounds package, which adds navigation and an 11-speaker Bose system for the audio. And we've got the Dynamic Drive package, which has those awesome 20-inch painted aluminum wheels and gives you the option to select sport mode. Now, I will say this engine is a 3.6-liter V6, so it definitely has some power, but the engine also has the automatic stop-start. Now, most people hate this feature, but it is so subtle in this car that I actually really enjoy it. It kind of reminds me of driving a hybrid, where you don't always have the engine running and in your face. Two more things before I let you go. The first one is this automatic parking assist, which I've never used before, and I almost forgot that I had it. I tried it out. It's amazing. Let me show you how it works. Here's the scene, a regular suburban parking lot, and I'm going to search for a parking space on the right. First thing you're going to do is put on the automatic parking, and then it's going to ask you if you're looking for a regular parking space or a parallel parking space and which side of the car that you're on. Now I'm going to drive forward until it alerts me that it has found a space for me to pull into. this point, it's going to give me step-by-step directions on what to do. So I'm shifting into reverse, and then I'm in charge of the gas and the braking. And the steering wheel is operating all by itself. Now it's telling me to stop, shift gears. It changes the steering again. We move forward slowly. It's still my responsibility to brake. I'm shifting again. It's turning the wheel. And I'm slowly backing into the space. Perfect. Shift into park, and I am here. That is amazing. And then finally, I love the electronic shifter. I think you're going to see more of this kind of shifter, which basically works like this. There's a small button on the side. You press it in and over to shift to reverse. When you want to put it in drive with your foot on the brake, you simply pull down, and now I'm in drive. When you're ready to stop and park, you simply push the P button, and now I'm in park. Let's do some final thoughts on the Buick LaCrosse. First of all, I feel like I really got a good feel for this car because I drove it more than almost any other car I've had. 441 miles this week. So I spent a lot of time and a lot of miles, and a couple things that impressed me. It's very comfortable. It's what I consider a soft ride. So even in sport mode, I found that the steering wasn't that tight, the suspension wasn't that tight, but I think the kind of person that would buy this car probably doesn't want it that way. And also the gas mileage was actually pretty amazing for a car like this. Now maybe it's my amazing driving, or maybe part of it is the start-stop function on the engine. The EPA fuel estimate puts this car at about 20 miles per gallon on city, 29 on highway with an average of 23. Well, I beat that at 26.1 miles per gallon, which I thought was terrific. Now the last thing is the price. Let's get real. So the price on this vehicle, the LaCrosse Premium, is $43,265. But if you want almost every option available and you don't mind spending the money for it, you're going to price out at $50,270. That's the MSRP on the Buick LaCrosse Premium all-wheel drive. And I have to say, I'm impressed with this luxury sedan. I guess that's why their new slogan is, "That's a Buick." I say it more like this: "That's a Buick?" Wow. Hey, thanks for joining me, and stay tuned because I've got more car reviews coming up, and I'd love to have you along for the ride.